Hey guys, how are you today? Welcome back to another video. It is nighttime right now for me, and it's in the middle of a storm, so if you hear storm noises, that's because a storm is happening. Also, there's not a lot of light right now, because like I said, it's night, so I'm extra grainy. Really grainy today. I want to get a better camera eventually, but that's just not... I don't have one yet. So I am reshooting a video that I shot last week, and I was so happy to have the video done. You know, I recorded it, it was fun. I was having a great time with it. And then I was like, okay, well, I've got all the parts cut out now. Now it's time to edit the audio. And I went to the audio and I turned the audio up, and I realized that the sound sounded very familiar to me. It sounded like the sound of like being trapped inside of a tin can. So yeah, I realized that I had been recording audio not through my better mic, but through the camera. So the audio was terrible. It was so bad. We're here to reshoot the video that I already shot once before. But it's okay, it's okay. I'm excited about it. Today, what we're going to be looking at is a bunch of drawings that I made when I was very, very small, a very little child. I wanted to put all of my old artwork into a video and share that, but then I realized there's way too much. So this is going to be video one. Video one. I will eventually share other stuff from when I was older. And if you want to see that, then make sure to like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, turn on every notification ever that existed ever in the history of the world, so you can constantly be notified of every step I take, every move I make. So anyway, let's get started with looking at some of the artwork that I have. I wanted to ask you guys a very pressing question, a question that I'd hope you might have an answer for, and that question is, the question is, how many legs do you think that a jaguar has? Do you know how many legs a jaguar has? And if you know, you don't have to say it, right? Well, you can say it. Okay, so tell me how many legs a jaguar has. Tell me. I didn't know. At the time that I made this, I couldn't have answered that question. I really couldn't have. I did a lot of guesswork here. So you can see what looks like maybe 5 legs happening. Yeah, overall, I really like this drawing. I'd probably give it... I don't know, like a 6. This is a 6 out of 10. It's not amazing, but you know, so it loses some points for the legs, but what wins me back over is, you know, its beautiful face and spots. I do like the spots quite a bit. This is the next drawing that we have, and to describe what you're seeing, I'd describe it as just a beautiful, welcoming, happy face. It looks to be like a character wearing, I don't know, is that headphones, earmuffs, some kind of energy, like traveling around? I'm not quite sure. This is how I drew noses at the time. There's certain animals that I think it evokes, but I was thinking when I made this video at first, I was like, oh, this will be so cool. We'll get to see, like, you know, where I came from, my roots, and then compare it to my current art, you know, and that'll be so cool. But now when I look at this, I really think like we didn't change at all. There's like been almost 0 change. You know what I mean? 6.5 out of 10. In this drawing, we have a character centered. This character, you're wondering, who is it? Who is this character? Well, I direct your attention to the title of the piece that my mom wrote for me at the time, because I was illiterate when I made this. I was very illiterate. And it is called Papa Building a Bookshelf. So this is a picture of my dad building a bookshelf. There's a lot to look at here. I mean, we've got, I think that's a sawhorse on the side, maybe an ironing board. It could be an ironing board. We have the bookcase in question. On top of it, we have a beautiful lamp you're probably jealous that you don't have a lamp like this in your house. This is a beautiful lamp. It would just brighten up a space, quite literally, and also like figuratively. It's just a beautiful, beautiful design. And then we have objects that my dad is holding. I think they're supposed to be tools. It looks like maybe a tiny hatchet, and then also like a tiny pair of scissors, or maybe it's a flower. I'm not sure. You can tell that my dad on this day had gotten his hair straightened. It's just like a beautiful classic hairstyle. This is actually what my dad's hair looks like. It's just, he just has one like strip all the way across like that at the top. He has this little strip, you know, at the top of his head, just running from one ear to the other, running. And he wears, you know, striped socks and what appears to be like an egg suit. He wears this egg suit. Sometimes I'm like, Dad, can you like please stop, not wear the egg suit today? You've already worn it like every single day this week. And he's like, no, I'm gonna wear it if I want to. Now get out of the way, I'm trying to build a bookshelf. So that's kind of how me and my dad like bond or whatever. This one's like an 8.5 out of 10. It's pretty high up there for sure. In this one, we have my dad is back, okay? And this time we have a whole family portrait. I like this one a lot. So we have from the left to the right, we have my mom, our pet cat at the time, me, my younger sister, and then my dad again. And so this just gives a picture of what our family was like, you know. My sister and I are wearing matching dresses, and she's looking up at me like, you know, like the role model that I am for her. The drawing of my cat, like, she for sure looks massive. Like, she looks giant. She does not, if you have a cat this big in your house, that's a wild animal, dude. That is not a pet. Like, you need to let that go. You need to let that animal go, because I mean, look at the size of my sister compared to the size of that cat. I mean, that's why she has to have me in between her and the cat. Otherwise, that cat is going in for an early lunch. It's a quite dangerous picture I drew here. I'd probably rate it a 3 for child endangerment. Okay, I hear what you're saying, you know. Oh, you know, you drew as a kid, okay? Like, okay, you drew, but I bet you can't do like sculpture as well. Like, you can't incorporate both drawing and sculpture together. Well, you are wrong. This is my 3D art debut, and it's called Spaghetti. And it's a little thing. We have here what appears to be a plate of yarn spaghetti, scotch taped, adhered with special adhering technologies to a plate. And then, you know, we've got the fork, but then on the left side we have a turkey baster and then a nick stick. This one is so creative, so smart. I wonder who came up with it, who like made it. That's crazy. This child shows so much promise for her future. I can't even wait to see what she'll do. Props to my mom for writing on these to explain what exactly is going on. A 9 out of 10. What else do we have? Ooh, this one I like a lot, okay? Here we can see a person smiling, you know. Oh, wow, smiling. What are they doing? Oh, they're fishing. That's cool. Okay, so they've like probably caught a fish, right? Wrong. They've caught a seal. 9 out of 10. This is Papa and Mama, and this is a horse they are petting. And so here we have my mother and my father petting this beautiful horse. Look at his little ears. Look at the pepperonis on him. Look at Like, look at everything that's going on. I don't know if you guys know this, but I was like a major horse girl, like for sure. Like the total stereotype of a horse girl was me. And I still carry that within me. Like I still inside, I'm still yeeing and hawing, you know what I mean? So I think that this was my way of showing my parents like, hey, look, you know, the horse isn't just for me. You could hang out with the horse too and pet them. This was a sales pitch. So I think probably I'd give this maybe like a 5 out of 10 because it's pretty like messed up and manipulative. And I've like moved on from that. I don't tolerate that anymore. Next, I really like these two drawings. Okay, you ready? So I have this guy and then I have this guy. And, you know, at first I was looking at this, I'm like, who are these guys? Who even cares? But then I looked at them longer and I realized like, I think what we have here is like, you know, there's something going on here. So when we look at the first guy, he's kind of smiling and you might say he's joyous, but no, he's like up to something. Like, look at that face. He looks like he's just committed a crime for sure. And then the previous guy, he's nervous, okay? He's nervous. So I think what we might have here is a triptych in which we have a character before and after committing a crime. So here we have a whole scene going on, okay? In the center, the first thing that catches your eye is this king-looking character. And he is covered in all sorts of sashes with religious iconography on them. Then to the character's right, okay, we have what I can only imagine is a challenger approaching on horseback, okay? We have a horse, again, 3 legs, still not knowing how many legs animals had. And then we have this little amulet. Okay, the horse has beads. We've got this whole thing going on. But then for me, the most exciting part of the composition happens over on the left side, where we see a table that appears to be composed of the legs are saws. We have a cage on top of the table with a creature. I think it's a creature like locked in there, like screaming to be let out. And then we have above what looks like another, like a rabbit spider holding a walnut. Oh, no, an almond between its hands, like conch shaped thing. Power talks about imbalance of power from this like conch. And so I think for all of those reasons and more like unsaid reason, the guy on the saw table, the almond, exploration and like identity, like lowering it down, like this one would get like a 9.5 out of 10 for all the things that I've just said about it. This one, I think this was a gift. I think this was a gift for my mom. And it's got my mom with arms wide outstretched. She's got her little shoes little tied shoes. And then three shapes, I don't know, apples. Maybe she's just thrown them. Flowers and a sky. This was a gift for her for sure. It kind of looks like a bird is perched on the top of her head. I give this one an 8 out of 10 because it's sweet. It's sweet. And this is the final drawing. This is the final one. This is my personal favorite. You guys, you gotta comment what your favorite, well, you don't have to, but like you can comment what your favorite one is. But this one is my personal favorite, and that is the T-Rex. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for so many reasons. I don't have to explain why it's a 10 out of 10. Just take a look for yourselves. Take a look for yourselves. I mean, the craftsmanship, the sheer craftsmanship alone. The sheer craftsmanship. The sheer craftsmanship alone. Amazing, 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 amazing. Amazing, 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 amazing. I can't even look at it anymore. I can't look at it anymore. Get it out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, for clicking on it, for liking it if you liked it. Yes, tell me what your favorite drawing was, or what your least favorite drawing was. Oh, wait. I forgot. I totally forgot. I am going to be starting a Patreon. Be sure to check out the link in the description that I'm going to leave for my Patreon. It's going to be a very low monthly subscription, but the club is going to be called Milk Enjoyers Club for very obvious reasons. But you don't have to be a milk enjoyer to join the Patreon. Yeah, there's a bunch of perks that I have listed on there so you guys can kind of know what you will be getting by supporting me, other than my love and admiration for you. We're gonna have a little Patreon only community. It's gonna be very small at the beginning, probably only a few people at first, but I'm hoping it will grow. So I'm gonna start putting credits either at the beginning or the end of my videos, and then these will include all the names of my patrons. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope that you have a good rest of your day. I will see you in the next video next week. All right, bye. Bye.